Hi, I'm Max. I play drums in MidVale.
I'm Brock. I play rhythm guitar in MidVale.
I'm Logan. I play lead guitar in MidVale.
I'm Peyton. I play bass and do vocals.
Well, we got started back in, me and Peyton were in 7th grade, and we started the band. It was me and him, and then we had 2 other guitar players, and they didn't work out, so then we went and found Logan and our old singer. So it was just the 4 of us for a while, and then we had another guitar player. We ended up kicking that guitar player out, and that's when Brock came along.
Yeah, that's when Brock came into the picture.
And then after a while,
it didn't really work out with the vocalist. He left, and I ended up taking up double duty doing bass and vocals.
I'd say we get our sound a lot from older metal, but we also like to incorporate a lot of new stuff. Like we like everything from Megadeth to Veil of Maya to, you know, whatever.
So Mind Games was us just trying to find our sound pretty much. We have a new single coming out soon that I think represents how we've developed a lot more than Mind Games showed, and it shows our influences a lot more, shows how we really want to sound going forward.
Definitely a lot of energy, a lot of fan interaction, just really high energy, going crazy on stage, fun show.
Spins.
Lots of spins.
My favorite track is our opening track called Lucid.
I like a song called A Year Without Light.
For me, it's a tie between Lucid and Light.
Three bands we'd like to tour with are probably Korn, Lamb of God, and the Wiggles.
I told you.
Our reasoning behind the Wiggles is the Hot Moms. So, Hot Moms are the reason we want to tour with the Wiggles. So. I guess I'll start. My craziest show story for me was when we did a show at the Auto Bar, which is downtown Baltimore, and I had strep throat, and it was the battle for the All-Stars tour, and I remember I felt like shit all day up until, I don't know, probably 10 minutes before we went on. I got through the show and I felt great, and then I went off stage and I just threw up and just slept for like 18 hours.
My favorite is right at the end of our set. Max, I don't know, accidentally, I'm guessing, like threw a drumstick. It bounces off of his drum set as I'm turning around to look at him, and I just see a drumstick flying at my face, and my instinct, I'm able to move, and it like skims past my ear, bounces off the stage, and then there's this photographer in the middle of the crowd with a camera up. As she moves the camera down, she just gets a drumstick right in the face. It was pretty fun.
Not for her.
But
for us.
Everybody else,
Yeah.
Great.
My favorite show story was we were playing at Merriweather Post Pavilion from Main Street Music Festival, and Max was doing a drum solo.
These all start with me.
And he's doing a little double bass thingy. So he points at me with the stick, and for some reason, as soon as he points at me, all 3 of my guitars backstage just all fall down at the same time.
Like it felt like
no one knocked him over. They all just fell all at the same time.
Yeah.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, mine has to do with me. This is our first show ever, mind you. About less than 2 minutes before we go on stage,
Our
intro track's about to go.
Our intro
track had just
it was
started.
an acoustic song by Upon
Yeah.
a Burning Body, so it was like a minute and a half long.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, I gotta go pee. I go ahead and run a quarter mile to the bathroom, take a piss, get back.
As we're walking on stage.
So, get my amp all set up, put my bass on, nothing. We ended up starting on time.
Right now, I think there's parts that are booming and it's really taking off, and there's parts that are dying. Like, I think less people like metal now, but there's just so many good musicians out there now that, like, there's just so many good bands, and you can't listen to all of them. Like, you know, like new bands like Cane Hill are just bringing back what, you know, music was in the 90s.
Metal.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is
It
it's
seems
dying.
like the older styles of metal are getting
The
less and
thrash
less
and nu metal are
popularity.
dying.
Yeah.
And it definitely seems like it's a lot bigger overseas in Europe. And it's definitely declining a lot more in the US than it is in Europe and other countries.
If anything, it's growing over there, it seems.
Yeah.
It always is. Has been forever. Locally, there is a lot of good music here, and not all of it's metal. It's like a lot of what it was.
It's a lot of pop punk,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Definitely. So recently in the last couple of years, the scene's gotten 10 times bigger. It seems like every day there's a new emerging band coming out.
Yeah,
doing
like
something good.
when we were starting to get our name out and stuff and trying to get shows and stuff, it seemed like there was a lot of that's right when the scene started taking off. Just you know, all these bands, you know, shows being booked at Soundstage every week that are just local bands, or which is really cool to us. And we have, you know, our favorite local bands, and we get to play with all of those guys. And some of these local guys are even getting huge shots, like one of our favorites is Artifacts, and they're getting put on shows with After the Burial when they come here and all kinds of stuff, which is really cool.
We're definitely lucky to be from here in Maryland in this scene.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it definitely sucks. Takes a lot away from the artists.
Yeah.
They definitely
Yeah.
deserve to get the money.
Most of them aren't making that much money anyways, and once you're starting to suck out that last little bit of money, because now people can't really sell records anymore, so all of their income comes from touring.
And I mean, that's hard for us, especially when, you know, we can't tour. We have to rely on what we make from singles and shows. And so, you know, back, 20 years ago when there wasn't streaming, you had to buy it on record. You had to buy it on CD, and, you know, you make so much more money from that because, you know, you get, if you're distributing it yourself, you make all the money. You're making, you know, your money took from printing it, and then you get to keep everything if you're releasing it, you know, without a record label. So that doesn't really happen anymore because, you know, you go through iTunes and you have to pay them, you know, half your money.
A lot of big things are coming. A lot of changes in our style. We're really always evolving, I believe. We're always trying something new, and even if it doesn't work, we always can fall back on what we know and love to do.
And, you know, there's a lot. We really are trying to amp up our live show now, since we are going into this year as a 4-piece. We're trying to make it a lot more visual and make you really come to our show and, you know, leave happy and leave going, oh, I'm gonna remember that band when I get home. When I go home and, you know, you went to a show with 5 bands on the bill, you go, I'm gonna search those guys up. So we're really trying to make this a big year for us to play out of state and try to tour.
Yeah, and with the change in lineup becoming a 4-piece, that brings us on challenges, but it also gives us a little bit of room to experiment and see what else maybe we can work with.
Lots of promotion too, just trying to get our name out there.
We got some shout outs.
Violence and Vanity.
Violence and Vanity. Kenny Kingsborough.
Recorded our latest single, really great guy. Doug Feeney, he recorded Mind Games for us.
And I don't know, I can shout out a few bands. Artifacts, they're really good. Guns Out at Sundown. Baltimore Sound Management, Transcendent, and 24/7 events.
Extremely Ripping.
Yeah, they help us. Superior Booking, all the guys that help us out.
From the Depths Entertainment.
Yeah, they're really going to start helping us out. So thank you for that, and thank you for you know, allowing us to make this video and sharing it for us and sharing all our posts. So And
Definitely
thank you to
lucky
all
be
of
a part of it.
and thank you to all of the fans out there, everyone who's bought our singles, who's excited for the next one, and you know, all of that.
Yeah, anyone who's ever been out to a show,
Yeah.
we really appreciate you, and you've really helped us out a lot.
Yeah, that's one thing we don't take advantage of, is the
Yeah.
people who come out and listen to us, which is something a lot of bands, you know, they show up to the show and they leave. And we're really thankful that, you know, people even come to our shows, because it's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, we really appreciate all the support we've gotten from everybody, and we want to welcome you guys to a new chapter in the story of MidVale.
Also, really big shout out to everyone in the Kelly Bell Band for always supporting us and helping us out, because they definitely know the Maryland scene, everything on the East Coast, they know well.
They know the
They've
ins and
really helped
outs,
us
they
out a
know the
lot.
do's, do
Yeah,
nots.
Kelly Bell has always been there for, you know, the first when me and Peyton were a band, when it was, you know, we had a singer, when, you know, when all of this was going on.
All
so,
sorts of invaluable tips and information.
So, and thank you to everybody. We'll see you later. We're MidVale.
MidVale rocks!
I remember that part. It's been a while since I